Henry. I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same. But work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Cape Bon, we'll see.
I'll look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. And we have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild, even for me.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of drunken wretches is quite a skill of mine. Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
I see the owner's got a sense of humour.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's a joke. You'll find it in Hot Prink. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I remember that. I'll go and check it out.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And they're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noblemen's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one. I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
I don't know you. If you're after something, go and see Chenyek, and stay out of the way.
Could you tell me more about this Chenyek?
Look, when somebody wants something here, they go and see Chenyek. I reckon that's all I have to say.
And where can I find this Chenyek?
How do I know? He'll be around here somewhere. Or not. See if he's with Hugo.
And who's he?
You'll recognize him.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can find that Chenyek.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
Who are you? And you're a people?
Well, I'm Chenyek.
All right. But why all that horse shit about whether I'd fit in with you or not?
Look at it like this. This is a place for a certain sort of people what have their own rules. Although folk usually think we don't play by no rules.
You still haven't told me what you people are. What rules?
If you still ain't twigged, you ain't gonna find out much here. Put it like this. So-called decent folk avoid this here alehouse like the plague.
You don't know me, and you don't want to tell me anything. I get that. But there must be some way I can get you to trust me. I'm sure there are things I can help you with.
Course there is. But we're mainly looking for fellas what can handle themselves. Ever since this town got a new lord, we've had to use a bit of violence now and again, innit?
I don't have any problem with violence.
Most times a fella tells me that, it ends badly for him. Anyways, if you want to join us and get some jobs, go across the yard to the barn. You'll find Goliath there, and he'll let you know if you're up to it or not. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
I'll be on my way.
All right. And if you feel up to it, go and see Goliath. Excuse me.
Chenyek sent me. He said you're supposed to try me out.
Why not? You look like I could even have a bit of fun with you. First take that kit off. Take off all your armor. Best strip off on top. Or at least to your shirt. And no weapons.
Well, shall we fight?
You again? Fine by me. Come on then. Excuse me. Ah!
Why did you do that?
Ow! Are you looking for a fight? That's what I thought. I'll get you. Watch and learn. That's what I call an opener. Show your stuff. Watch and learn. Gosh, shit.
He worked you over nice enough, God's truth. But what did you expect? Goliath's our champion.
That fella's a beast.
You ain't the only one who thinks that. In any case, we appreciate it when a fella makes an effort. I can see you ain't afraid, and that's the main thing. But if you want more of the same, talk to Mole. We have this kind of contest. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No, but there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd, seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knob end. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying, anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job, usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks, so I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth, but you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that Goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner. And then there's the big bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
I'll stop by later and we'll see what comes of it.
Grand. Take care for now. I'm sorry.
All the girls, but he still didn't. There must be something else. And what do you need?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives. Why are you even looking for an idiot like him?
He knows some things that I'd like to know too.
What would he know? A mangy vagabond.
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our customers. All German.
Why does he choose to rob Germans?
A German merchant always has more coin in his purse than a Czech one. Haven't you noticed that?
Come and have a sip. First you'll have a sip.
Could you tell me where exactly he robbed the customers?
Hard to say. You know how it is. Drunk and merry gents who can hardly walk. But it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse, and in those lanes there. The bastard stays clear of the main streets. For good reason.
Come and have a drink.
Have you got any German customers here now?
What do you think? No, because words got round.
Your health and mine.
Except Udo. He couldn't care less, it seems.
And is Udo here now?
Come on.
No,
Come and have a sip.
it's too early for him.
First you'll have a sip.
He usually comes
Then I'll have
later
a
in the
sip too.
evening. I reckon he only comes here when other alehouses kick him out.
Thanks.
Yuri, come and
I'll
have
be
a
going.
sip with me.
You're welcome. And have a word with Adam if you really want to find your Goatskin. He's the
Let's
owner.
drink.
I reckon he'd be keen to find him too.
Come and take a swig, sweetheart. Hey, handsome. Come have a drink.
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin, and the innkeeper said you want to find him too.
You're damn right I do. That lousy bastard robs my customers. Deutschers mostly. And they're the very ones that pay best. What's worse, word's got around already. If you get hold of him, well, there's something I'd like to sort out with him.
Sort out? That could mean lots of things.
Nothing nasty, don't worry. Besides the Germans. Goatskin also robbed a scholar from Prague. Jan Schindel he's called. And I reckon he has friends in high places, because he went straight to the city council. Not good for business.
How will it help you if I find Goatskin?
Schindel complained to the council mainly because Goatskin nicked some scholarly stuff of his. He's one of them fanatic crackpots. So if you tracked down his things and returned them to him, he might drop his complaint.
Any idea what the scholarly stuff was? Books?
No idea. But he said something about constellations, and then something in Latin.
I'll see if I can find his things.
Great. If you find anything, take it straight to Schindel. He lives in the house of Vetter the scribe. And don't forget to tell him I sent you.
Right you are. Now, about that goatskin.
What do you want to know?
Do you know where to find him?
Not the faintest idea. If I knew, we wouldn't be having this chat. I asked at the Black Horse. Dirty miners, right riffraff, that lot.
What did they tell you?
They claimed not to know anything, but they couldn't stop smirking, bastards.
Have you ever seen him up close? Can you tell me what he looks like?
Like any other tramp. Filthy and disgusting. And he's got a dent in his head the nippers could use for a game of marbles. I reckon that's where his wits fell out. And he's hardly got any teeth. But what would you expect?
You wouldn't happen to have a German customer here now, would you?
I reckon not. But I'm not sure. Ask the girls. Just please, don't interrogate my guests, all right?
I'll go and look somewhere else now.
Aye. If you do find him, watch out. He may look like a half-wit, but he's a right slippery snake.
Right.
Mein Freund.
Taking so long?
What do you need, my friend?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. I hear he hangs around here.
Goatskin? That mangy piece of shit. He turns up on the street now and then. But he never shows his face in my alehouse. No Germans come here. Some Glück.
Goatskin's German? I didn't know that.
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't be trusted. I've no idea what language he speaks. What I do know is he likes robbing Deutscher merchants. And they don't come in here.
It sounds like you're not too fond of Germans.
It's the local yackers who can't stand them. I've got nothing against them fuckers myself. If you've got glint, come in and make yourself at home. If you ain't, then fuck off.
Any idea where I might find Goatskin then?
You could try asking in the bathhouse, behind the yards in Hrade Quarter. They get a lot of well-heeled Deutschers in there. And some young wench there's been seeing Goatskin for a while now.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have something at least, since I gave you the goods on everything. I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be a pinch purse, and cough up a bit of glint, eh?
What do you have for sale?
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Good afternoon, sir.
Do you get a lot of German merchants here?
We used to. From all over the place. But mainly Lausitz. But there aren't so many these days, unfortunately.
How come?
I don't know, but it's a pity. Merchants tend to have bulging purses. They'll come back, though. But there's one who hasn't stopped coming. Udo, he's called. But that's all I can tell you about him. He ain't interested in our services.
He just drinks here.
Drinks and plays dice. Almost every evening.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But stick around and spend some coin, so I ain't telling you this for nothing. Farewell, sir.
I'm expecting an important visitor, and I want you to take good care of him.
Just point him out and I'll treat him like a king.
I knew I could rely on you. Just hang in there, and we'll be in
My
closer.
humble respects.
What do you mean?
Clever, hard-working girl like you. Sit among those other enemies.
Maybe some more salt?
What's that noise?
Hey! What are you doing here? You're not allowed.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. I heard he sometimes comes here.
Aye, he turns up now and again. The louse. The bastard's ruining my business. 2 of my customers refused to come here again after he robbed them one night.
That's not very nice. And you wouldn't have some idea where I might find Goatskin, would you? I reckon it'd suit you if he packed it in.
You bet it would. But if I knew where to find him, I'd wring his neck myself. That bitch Mary's bound to know, though. She denies it, but we all know she's walking out with him.
I thought you bathhouse girls stuck together. What have you got against Mary?
There's a limit to everything. As soon as you mess with someone's livelihood, you ain't no sister to anyone. She can marry that cripple for all I care, but when he robs our guests and ruins our reputation, she should grab him by the balls herself and... oh, never mind.
Is that all you know about Goatskin?
Ain't that enough for you? I'm not here to know stuff, in case you hadn't realised.
Thanks then. I'll be off.
If you find him, give him a slap from me. I'll be with you.
Come on, come and have a sip.
Christ! Pardon me.
My God, what's taking so long?
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. You wouldn't know anything about him, would you?
Don't think so. Who's he supposed to be?
Some vagrant.
Do I look that rough? Like a girl who hangs around with vagabonds? If you're looking for low life, go the tavern on Uprink. We're all honest bath maids here.
Thanks.
Here, sir.
God be with you, sir.
I'm looking for Goatskin. Do you know him?
My, you're a good-looking fella. What would I want with some goat skin when I've got a handsome young buck right here in front of me? I couldn't care less about your goat skin.
But I do. And the girls here tell me you know him quite well.
So, you're not here to have a good time. Shame. I know Goatskin, but don't expect me to tell you anything. He's lying low, and for good reason. You ain't the first to come looking for him.
Why is he hiding? Who from?
How should I know? He's never far from trouble. Goes with his trade, doesn't it?
Where's he hiding?
I don't know. And even if I did, I don't see why I should tell you. That's why he's hiding. So strangers like you don't find him.
Look, I'll find him either way. I found slippier bastards than that goatskin of yours. And if I'm in a good mood when I find him, I might not even hurt him. But if you keep making it difficult for me, I'm gonna lose my patience. And then it's gonna get nasty. For both you and Goatskin. So what'll it be?
Jesus. What did that fella get me mixed up in this time? Calm down, dearie. You don't have to start throwing threats around.
Do you find me threatening?
Quite a bit. And I've seen a thing or two in this job.
I'll take that as a compliment. Come on then, spill it. Where's Goatskin?
There's a yard behind the bathhouse leading to a side alley. Right next to it is the Black Horse Tavern. And at the opposite end, you'll see a barn behind a wall. There's a funny little window at the top. That's where.
I'll look for it.
Please don't hurt him, though. He's not bad, just a bit peculiar.
We'll see.
Now.
This looks like the barn Mary was talking about. But how to get in there?
My respects.
What's that? Huh?
Hey, are you Goatskin by any chance?
Yeah, that's me, aye. What do you want?
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel and his God if he wants.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. You know, glint to take off.
Well, I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, you know, promising. But I still need coin. I can't just pack up and take off.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. I know somewhere you can hole up. Help me, and I'll pay you back.
Well, I'd like to know what place you have in mind, innit?
Do you know the Devil's Den?
Aye, but it's a shithole. They ain't too fond of me neither. And the feeling's mutual, like, to tell the truth.
Aye, but you're thinking of the band that used to be there. Now it's my comrades who have it under their thumb. Just tell them Henry sent you, and they'll let you stay a while. If you help me, that is.
That don't sound too bad. Folks are getting fed up with me here. What'll it cost me?
Just some information. That's all.
All right. What do you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that true?
Aye, I was doing nothing but, you know, like, I was spying for 2 weeks.
Who is this Samuel you're so afraid of?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. You know, them Jews, innit? He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this, what's his name? Liechtenstein.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't concern me.
And you call yourself a spy?
Watch it, mate. I remember things well enough, but only what they pays me to remember. I ain't gonna, fill my head up with shit that don't concern me for free.
Jesus wept. What is it you did as a spy?
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, like Rutard's place. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? Who, with who, where, when, and that.
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going, all sorts of nobles, and I'd tell Samuel what colours they was carrying, see? I was good at that. I remember pictures good,
And there's another thing. Those things you stole from that scholar? You know what I mean?
That... What about it, like?
What happened to them? The owner wants them back.
I still have them.
Where?
In them secret, tunnels under the city.
Tunnels? Secret passageways? Stop blethering and tell me where it is.
I ain't blathering. It's in the passageways beneath the city. I can find it. I've learnt the way. And if you give me a couple of groschen, I can teach you too. You can clear out my stash, and judging by the look of you, knowing your way round, underground like, that ought to come in handy for you, innit?
Walk around underground? How are you going to teach me? You said you were going to pack up and go.
Aye, look, if I tell you, it won't be no secret no more, innit? Wait and see.
Look, Goatskin, just because I was nice to you once, doesn't mean you can fuck with me now. Tell me what you know right this instant, or I'm going to lose my temper.
Well, no need to fly off the handle, like... I'll tell you, of course. I was just thinking...
Goatskin, spit it out!
Aye, all right. It's like this. I know them passageways because I got my hands on this map, like. This old thief gave it to me. And when I, got it in my head, like, I flogged it, see?
So you're telling me you don't even have the map?
No, but I know where it is, like. I flogged it to this thief. Angel, he called himself.
Called himself? So this angel is back in heaven now, is he?
Aye, he was hanged outside the city walls. He's still swinging there. And I know he had that map sewn into his coat. It were his most prized possession. But watch out, the gallows is guarded to stop quacks cutting off the dead bodies, bits and pieces, fingers and that, like.
Christ, what a load of guff. If I don't find anything, watch out for me.
Don't worry, you look like you know what's what and that. I'd better be off, like. I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Off you go.
Nobody turned up. Doors and...
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
Goy?
You do not know this word?
Sorry, I don't.
Then you are a goy. What do you want here?
I'm looking for Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm not good enough for you, I'm afraid nobody else will talk to you.
All right. I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein. I heard you, or this Samuel, might know something about him.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
It isn't just anyone looking for Liechtenstein. It'd be better for Samuel to say what he knows, if he doesn't want any unnecessary trouble.
I do not care who sent you. You will not impress me like that. We play by my rules here.
So how can I impress you?
Impressions are worth nothing. I'm only of interest to you Goyim when you need something. To you, I'm just a dirty Jew.
All right. What do you suggest?
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem none of my people can fix.
Well, if your people can't handle it, why not?
You are no better than my people. But unfortunately, they were all born under our star, and that is a problem in this case.
I understand. What's this about, then?
You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is plundered, people beaten up, sometimes murdered. Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells. They always find some excuse.
Well, those are usually debtors who don't want to repay their loans.
That is what I used to think as well. It would make sense at least. But it is not that straightforward. There are those who do it just out of spite. And because they can get away with it. We are not Christians. We're not even people to them. But enough of that. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned house by the wall in the mining district. I need someone to get among them, find out what they are planning, and warn us in good time.
Won't they be suspicious?
Why? Their kind usually are not too bright. You just have to curse the Jews and say you want to join them. Do not worry. They will not check if you are circumcised.
All right, I'll do it. And then you'll tell me all about Liechtenstein.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start of the day.
At the start of the day according to my calendar, or yours?
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first 3 stars come out.
Right, so they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today. If you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and then come and see me, and you'll have fulfilled your side of the deal.
And then you'll tell me how to find Liechtenstein?
That was my promise. And I keep my promises.
When I caught the guards. Scum like that need to be put in.
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Well, what are you doing, Moishe?
Foot's a capora, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Come on, then! Go, I peg!
Ha! Zeig, was du drauf hast!
I'm all yours. Akbar! I'm just getting warmed, you shit. Oh, dump cup. Akbar!
Wait! Don't kill him! You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
Oh, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. I'm not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait, who is that Samuel?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbour's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort. And bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. Oh, but tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat, and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berghoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God! I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
Yes, but it was touch and go.
I like exciting stories.
Well, you'll love this one then. Apart from being ambushed and almost killed, Capon ended up on the gallows for poaching.
A nobleman? On the gallows for poaching?
It was a mistake, of course. He really did have a noose round his neck, though. But it all worked out in the end.
Good gracious! But tell me, who ambushed you?
Well, that's interesting as well. Istvan Toth and some others.
What? That sneaky rat from Talmberg? He's still alive?
Not anymore.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
Death to the enemy.
What happened next?
Von Berghoff was attacked around the same time by the same men, so we thought we were on the same side as him. And we wanted to help him catch the bandits as a goodwill gesture.
Why didn't he catch them himself?
He tried. We found out for him that the bandits were holed up at Nabokov. When he sent his soldiers to their lair, we went with them. We wanted to be there and get Istvan.
And that's where you killed him?
No. We were nearly killed ourselves. Again.
By Istvan?
No, he wasn't there. The bandits were led by a fella who fucked us right up, and von Bergov's entire force, too. He lured us into a trap and slaughtered everyone. Me and Capon were the only survivors.
It sounds like your guardian angel never gets a moment's rest.
There was some luck in it. But it was more that Zizka knew he could get a ransom for Capon.
Wait, Zizka? He's the one who almost killed you.
You know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well.
And what the hell was Istvan Toth doing with him?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side. And Istvan had to flee.
So when did you kill that bastard?
Not till some time later. Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as that happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
I must admit, I see his point. He has plans. He wants to take advantage of the truce while it lasts. And he doesn't want to provoke Sigismund into starting warring again. And he's probably right about Capon. Nobody's going to throw away the chance of a fat ransom, or waste a nice opportunity for blackmail.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, What brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zizka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you move in certain circles.
And?
You conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkhoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Well, it'll be tougher than I thought, but that can't be helped. I'm gonna have to get him out of there somehow.
I admire your keenness, but...
But that is the most insane idea I've heard so far today.
You can't just launch an assault on Malashov. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who will help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot. All right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.